I've completed my 30-day detox off of social media. I did this because my anxiety was out of control in the lead up to my marathon, which I was running in aid of Lishine's House, who are a local mental health charity in West Cork. Wonderful cause, and I suppose as a result, trying to raise as much awareness as I possibly could and put as much content out there to, bring more eyes onto the fundraising campaign. Which ultimately was able to do, raising over €3,300 in the process, which I'm incredibly proud of and incredibly grateful to everyone who donated, so thank you. But I made the decision, to just get off social media. I'd never gotten off social media in my life. I'd never, looked at it as an addiction or looked at it as a real problem, but with my kind of personality and, I do really only have one gear, and that is go. I do tend to get quite addicted to stuff, social media being no exception to that. So what I've done is, I've recorded a couple of clips through the 30 days, just kind of taking you through the days and how I was feeling off social media. And just to kind of recap, I suppose, before I get into those videos, what I want to recap is just some of the things I've learned from all the social media platforms that I was on. So Instagram, I love it. I really like Instagram. I love putting out a positive message. I feel like you can really kind of, I put out my journey and I do try to be as honest as I can on social media, especially on Instagram. I think it's a great way of sharing, feel good, positive kind of news stories. It can be used for whatever way you want. Personally, I like it. I will, however, be making some adjustments to the amount of time I spend on Instagram, such as, when I do post, I'm going to log off straight away and I'm going to stay logged off for a few hours. And even when I do log on to Instagram, I'm going to, continuously log off straight away afterwards. So just to really kind of limit the time I've spent on that. Facebook. The last 30 days has kind of shown me that I've really got frustrated with Facebook. I don't see the benefit to Facebook anymore. It runs a lot of advertisements on it that are often, not applicable to me. If I talk about, say, giving up drinking, I'll get, ads for Heineken or ads for, Corona pop up on my feed. That, and it often, you often don't get to see a lot of the stuff that's actually posted by your friends on Facebook. I've over 1,000 friends on Facebook, but I'm finding it very frustrating, and I'm coming to the point whether, and I still haven't decided whether to delete Facebook permanently, or to just delete it off my phone and use it on desktop exclusively. So I'm still in between both of those. Twitter is something I love. I've spent way too much time on Twitter. I actually spent my most time that I spent on social media is on Twitter, even though it's not the one I'm most active on, which just shows you that, you could be, a lot of people out there are on social media but just don't post, and they could be on it, even more than, say, me, someone who actively goes out and posts and puts content out there. Twitter's like that. You can be just a kind of silent, I suppose, a silent, I don't know what you say, like just a silent party on Twitter. I like it for the entertainment and the news, but in a day and age where news consists of negativity around COVID, the presidential election, I don't know, there's just so much going on in the world right now. I haven't actually missed Twitter that much, and I'm going to delete that off my phone as well. I've decided, keep it for if I do want to use it on desktop, if I'm sitting down at the end of the night and I want a quick browse through it, then there's nothing wrong with that. Brings me on to my next one, LinkedIn. Don't ever really use LinkedIn. I have a lot of connections from my recruitment working days on LinkedIn. Again, it's on my phone. I'm going to delete it off my phone. We'll keep it on the desktop app for now, but we'll be reconsidering whether to actually keep my account active or not, because it's just another thing that kind of clogs up the mind. But I suppose if it's off my phone, that's the main thing. Which leads me on to Strava, another one that's one I actually probably shouldn't have taken off the social media list. But as I was doing a social media detox, I was like, let me just take them all off. Let's just take them all off and let's just see. So what I found really with Strava is that I like it. I'm keeping it on my phone. It motivates me. I like seeing other people out there running. You know, you see people who are better runners than you, and that just motivates you to try and get a bit better for and I suppose it gets you out the door. It really does. Sometimes if you're not feeling like it, Strava is a great tool. It does keep you accountable, and you do, like, you know, clocking up the miles and the kilometers on it. I personally do anyway, so that's definitely one I'm keeping. My last one, my sixth one, is Snapchat, and I'm just getting rid of that completely, deleting that completely. I've had Snapchat probably since it was, I don't know, a long time, definitely over 10 years. But again, I never use it. I don't use Snapchat, and it's just another thing that's on my phone that, you know, and I'll get notifications, say someone has posted a story or whatever it may be, and I'll go into it, and it's just more kind of time lost. So I'll be getting rid of that. So yeah, I look, if you want to continue watching the video, I've taken you through some of the days and how it was like getting off social media for 30 days. Again, I've not done this before, so this may be helpful to anyone who's maybe contemplating getting off social media for a while. I would highly recommend it. In conclusion, my anxiety was, it completely calmed. You know, it really calmed. I wasn't, you know, anxious about what other people are thinking about me, what I should be posting, whether I posted right, why didn't this person like it, why didn't that person like it, why is this person doing this on social media when I'm only doing this, you know. It just completely got rid of it. The first couple of days, all right, I was experiencing FOMO, fear of missing out, but that definitely subsided pretty quickly. So what it has taught me is that social media has a massive impact on my anxiety. And when I limit it or eliminate it, stay abstinent for a period of time, my anxiety just goes way down. I can't believe the difference. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Please continue watching, and hit subscribe below. Thank you. Day 3 of my social media detox, and I'm finding it so much harder than I anticipated. I'm deeply addicted to my phone and to social media. The last couple of days have proven that. Any spare second I have, I'm immediately reaching to my phone, trying to get my social media fix. And you know, it generally takes me a few seconds to realise that, you know, I can't do that. And it's just mad. You know, it's still on the third day. It's still happening every time I pick up my phone. I'm also getting like push emails now from Instagram and Facebook telling me that I've got messages from people, which heightens the anxiety because I want to read the messages and I want to see what those people have to say. But look, I'm doing this for a good reason. I want to see what I can accomplish in these 30 days now. I'm not spending, you know, 5 hours a day on average on social media. It's all for a good cause. Day 4 of no social media, and we're in a lockdown. It's winter, and I just really like to go on Twitter. No, and I can't do it. But I actually do feel a massive urge to go on social media. It's mad, isn't it? It's crazy how much of an effect it can actually have. Let's just see how it goes. So today is day 8, and I've just completed one whole week of social media for probably the first time in my life. You know what? I said I'd record a video on day 8 because yesterday was quite a telling day. So yesterday evening, when I was sitting down again watching TV, I got a mad urge to go on Twitter, and I actually got angry that I couldn't go on. I was actually getting angry, and I could feel it like boiling up inside me that I couldn't just go on and have a scroll through Twitter, Twitter especially, as opposed to Instagram and Facebook. And it was just wild. And then last night, then again, when I was sleeping, I had a dream about going on Twitter, and specifically looking for Donald Trump's tweets, probably because the presidential election's been going on, and I've been missing all the drama on Twitter. And it really is just so bizarre how I am getting withdrawals. You know, in a way, it's not like cigarette withdrawals or alcohol withdrawals, but it's still there. You know, which just shows probably how, you know, addicted I was to social media. But yeah. 2 weeks of social media now, and my anxiety has definitely subsided. Like, it's not nearly as high as it was last month in particular. So last month I was, fundraising for Lishing's House, which is a local mental health charity in West Cork that do amazing work for people who are struggling with their mental health. With that fundraising, I also put a lot of pressure on myself by consistently and constantly putting out content on social media, so I could raise as much awareness and funds as possible for the charity. And I was just a mess with my anxiety. That was one of the big reasons why I was like, I need a month off it. And for the first few weeks, I don't know if I really noticed too much of a difference with the anxiety, but over the last couple of days I've noticed that it's really low. I'm not looking for who's liked my post, who's commented on my post, who might have seen my story. All that stuff just really gets in your head. So that's a big plus after 2 weeks. So I'm now 3 weeks into my social media detox, and I've noticed a massive difference, especially in my anxiety levels. The difference is just incredible. Like, I'm not experiencing barely any anxiety, to be honest, about anything. I think social media, as I've now discovered, has brought a lot of that anxiety on, just by comparing yourself against other people. How many likes you're getting on a post, what other people are up to, the anger it sometimes causes when you're scrolling through posts, and you see something that just doesn't sit right with you and you take that personally. I'm thinking about all my different social media models that I use, and moving forward how I can eliminate some of them but also keep the good parts of social media. That's what I'm trying to figure out now. I'm trying to figure out how I can keep my anxiety levels to this level, but at the same time use social media for good, and putting out positive messages. That's the sweet point. So this now is day 26 of my social media detox. Nearly there. I've nearly completed the 30 days, which I'm really happy about. I've had a lot of time to kind of reflect on a lot of the social media platforms I use, and one I'm not going to get rid of is Instagram. I really like Instagram, I won't lie. I do try to put out a positive message. I do try to put out an honest message. I do talk about my struggles and about some of the stuff I find difficult to deal with, and I think that's very important. Although Instagram, no doubt, gives me like savage anxiety, especially when I put out quite a vulnerable post. I still think it's important. I think it's important to continue sharing some of the messages that I've been putting out into the universe, and I'll continue to do it. A lot of the other social media platforms, I will be deleting permanently, or deleting the app, or just really monitoring my usage time on them, just like I will be with Instagram. I definitely will be monitoring my usage time, but I'm not gonna stop posting, and I'm looking forward to actually getting back on it. I miss it, funnily enough, and I'm okay with that. I think it's a good tool. That's it. Completed 30 days. Really happy I got it done. Really happy I had the discipline to abstain from social media for a month. What it has taught me to look at social media in a different light, to not spend as much time on it, I suppose. They do compare social media to slot machines. It's a way of just, all those lights and everything, all those things that are looking for your attention, constantly trying to drag you back. Social media is the exact same. I think I've got a lot more knowledge and education around social media now, and I will be more disciplined and more vigilant of my social media use going forward.